Mansourieh is a village in the Matn district of the Mount Lebanon Governorate, Lebanon. Overview: about 10 kilometers east of Beirut, on a hilltop overseeing the capital, lies Mansourieh, the gateway to northern Matn. Etymology: the name originates from the Arabic, meaning victorious, presumably dating back to a battle between the Crusaders and the Arabs in which the latter emerged victorious. Geography: Mansourieh consists of the village, seated on top of a ridge, bordered to the south and southwest by a river, the Beirut River, and to the north by the Marocuz Ravine. Upwards to the east, Mansourieh merges with Ain Sada and Montiverde, and slopes downhill westwards to Chels and Sin El Fil. Across the river to the southwest lies the Hazmia town, part of the Barda district. Governorate covers the southeastern side, facing Barda and Lawes. Mansourieh is 16 kilometers to the capital, 16 kilometers to the province administrative center, and 12 kilometers to the Qasr administrative center. Mansourieh slopes upwards from an elevation of approx. 200 meters to reach its highest at around 350 meters. Until the early 90s of the last century, Mansourieh was mostly a rural area. Plains along the banks of the Beirut River were cultivated with citrus orchards. Olive groves were traditionally grown in more arid areas. Pine forests covered the southeastern slopes. Vineyards and fig trees, along with other Mediterranean cultivars, completed the landscape. Due to intensive urbanization since the second half of the last century, lots of green areas have been replaced by residential and commercial buildings. Few green areas remain, mainly along the river bank. Mansourieh lies on the main road running from Beirut through Sin El Fil and Chels, winding up the mountain to reach Baghdad, Bikfaya and Upper Matn. The Ras El Matn road connects northern Matn to southern Matn villages, starting from Montiverde. Beirut River flows east to west from Lebanon's mountains, passing south of Mansourieh to the Mediterranean Sea. The river is crossed by a dam locally called Jisr Sid, built during the French Mandate. With the dam, part of the river water is diverted to irrigate the Hadith and Farshima coastal plains. A bridge on top of the dam links Mansourieh to Hazmia's Martakla and Marocuz neighborhoods. Mansourieh municipality administers the industrialized Chels zone and the Governorate village. Demographics: as of 2009, Mansourieh houses a population of approx. 17,000, of whom 1,445 are voters and 2,254 native residents. Residences number approximately 4,500. Education: Mansourieh is home to the following educational institutions: Public Intermediate School for boys and AMP girls, Eastwood College EWC, Maximus Fifth School, Arab Baptist Theological Seminary, Lebanese University. Literature: in addition to the institutions found within village limit, several others are located a few kilometers around. Collège des Sœurs des Saints Cœurs, Collège des Sœurs du Rosaire, Al-Kafat Foundation, Catering School, St. Martino's School, Université St. Joseph, Sagesse High School, Mary Mother of Wisdom, Collège des Frères Montlasalle, Collège de la Sainte Famille, Lebanese University, Human Sciences, Collège des Sœurs Antonines, Lebanese University, Engineering, Medical Institutions, Hospital Beit Al-Ajuz, Bellevue Medical Center. Archaeological sites: located in the secluded river valley between Mansourieh and Hazmiah, the remains of a little-known Roman aqueduct. During the Roman period, with the expanding urbanization of Beirut, the demand for running water outgrew the capacity of the existing wells and springs. The solution was to get water from one of the springs located along the Beirut River. The nearest spring was the Daconia source, situated 20 kilometers southeast of Beirut. The Roman architects built a water channel to convey this water across the Beirut River and transport it onwards to Beirut. It was built over an arched, bridge-like structure known today as Qanat es-Set Zubaydah. The aqueduct consisted of a series of arches, of which only a small number remains on the sides of the river. It was built in 273 AD, during the reign of Roman Emperor Aurelian, and was also used as a way station for the Roman military in Lebanon. The name Zubaydah can be identified with the famous Al-Zaba bat Zaba Zenobia of Palmyra, who may have built it. It can also be associated with Princess Zubaydah, wife of Caliph Harun al-Rashid. Curiously, another Roman aqueduct on the Nahr Ibrahim bears the same name. Religion. Mansourieh native inhabitants are Christians, predominantly Greek Orthodox. Population influx in the last 20 years diversified the religious panorama to include Maronites and other Christian and Muslim denominations. Churches: Mar Elias, Greek Orthodox; Milde Seder, Greek Orthodox; Mar Gergis, Maronite; St. Terry's, Maronite; Mar Elias, Greek Orthodox; Mar Elias, Maronite. Families: Hajj, Hamush, Hajj family. The Hajj family history traces back to the 17th century, when its ancestor Hana el-Hajj fled his hometown Beit Mellah, a village in Akka in the north. He finally settled near the river at the southern edge of modern-day Mansourieh. Stories have it that Hana el-Hajj was son to a family of 7 brothers and a sister named Hawa, hence the surname. The whole family, Christian by denomination, worked at a flour mill owned by a Muslim emir. A dispute broke out between the Hajj family and the emir, which led to the emir's murder and the banishment of the Hajj family. Some of the family members escaped to Jabil and later moved to other villages. Little is known of Hana, but his journey and dwellings in different places proves him an expedient man willing to fight for his rights and possessions. Quarrels with local inhabitants forced him to change places, finally settling in the Zire-Daconia area south of Mansourieh. At the time, the land belonged to Druze families, mainly the Badgan clan. They hired labor to cultivate and care for the livestock. Hana worked for those families in exchange for land. In Zira, Hana built a small church, erect to this day although disused, known as Mar Gergis, where he was eventually buried. Hana had 2 sons, Yusuf and Morso. In those days, the entire area was under control of the Abilamar feudal emirs. Stories tell of a day when, on the way to Mtain village, some of the emir men were caught in severe weather, forcing them to spend the night at Hana's. Overwhelmed by the host's generosity, they related the episode to the emir, who, somewhat envious, decided to get rid of Hana and dispatched his troops to that effect. Hana, sensing trouble, greeted them with the same hospitality, leading to a reconciliation with the emir. Yusuf and Morsa inherited the father's competence, generosity and cunning, strengthening the relation with the emir. The emir summoned the 2 brothers and asked them to work his land instead. They accepted and moved to uptown Mansourieh, closer to the emir whereabouts. Married, they lived in what is known to this day as the Hara, in the heart of the village. Hamush family. Stories have it that the 16th century family of Hamush originated in a small village named Mizanir Maad in Jabil. The father, a righteous man, was known to protect Christians from persecutions. His antagonists retaliated against the children after the father's demise. As a result, the family of 4 children, Trad, Hamush, Malik and Melki, scattered to different locations around Lebanon. The family first moved to Ain el-Karba near Baskinta. Trad spent winters in Beirut, Hamouche in Mansourieh, where he eventually settled. Malik later moved to Barbnat and Melki to the north. In subsequent generations, the Hajj family acquired the lands in the middle and lower parts of Mansourieh. Hamouche family dwelt in the upper parts of the village.